सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरम् गोविन्दं परमानन्दम् सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् स्वप्रकाशमधिष्ठानम् स्वयं भूयसयात्मना ब्रह्माण्डमपि स्विण्डाण्डम् त्यज्यतां मलभाण्डवत् स्वप्रकाशम अधिष्ठानम. Self-effulgent being. It's very simple logic. The source of the universe shouldn't have any other source. Anything that is the beginning of, when you say source of the universe, means this is the origin. And a person who understands this is the origin, he will understand this is the origin. If somebody doesn't know, that's it. There are varieties of things in this world which many people do not know. Some people, they know, and those who know, they know. And with respect to this also, if you understand the source of the universe, then what will be the result? It has been said in the scripture, and also our ancestors, they have said, if you know the source of the universe, you will never become unhappy in your life. That is how the statement. Why should anybody worship? Why should anybody take austerity measures? Why should somebody donate things? So any penance, etc., anybody does, there has got to be some motive behind that. It's not that not for nothing somebody does. There has got to be something, some desire behind everything. In fact, the desire for liberation also is a desire, but that liberation, that desire is a different type of desire. I want to be liberated in life. I never want to become unhappy in my life. That's what everybody wants, but sincerely having the desire not to be unhappy in one's entire life. Sincerely. By sincerity, I mean I have to find out what is the way. I have to find out. And the way people live, that doesn't leave them happy all the time. Now and then they become happy, but happiness without sorrow almost doesn't exist in the human beings. So here, you own your own self. That is the statement. You own your own nature. Whatever you think about yourself, that is for the sake of transaction, okay, there is no problem in that. But you own your nature. When you own your nature, you are not affected by the other attributes that are given to you. So when you are very happy because of a pot, you will miss the clay. When you are very sad because of the pot, you will miss the same clay. So you have been told as the source of the universe, and you exist by yourself. There is none who has brought you to the universe. See, there is none. We say no, the parents are responsible for our birth. Okay, we say like that. The parents brought me to the earth. Okay, right. To me means what? That's important. It's almost the universal statement. I'm here because of my parents. No, that's not the reality. Relative reality, that's okay, but that's not the reality. So I was not there and I am here. It's not that's not the statement, right statement. Non-existing thing never comes into existence. Something must be there in some form. Let's say, even if I don't know how I was there before this birth, even if I don't know, I must be there in some form. That much I can understand. I don't know how I was there before my birth, but I must be there in some form. And surely, when I die also, there has got to be some form. I don't know. Not knowing is okay, but not trying to know is the problem. If you don't try to know, being endowed with the thinking faculty, that's called mind, then you are losing a great opportunity. This thinking capacity is meant for understanding the source of the universe. Rest of the thing, whatever people do, that is immaterial. That doesn't make somebody great. People call them great. Somebody is climbing the mountain, mountaineering. See, it's a sport, mountaineering. Nobody becomes completely happy climbing up the mountain. Any sort of achievement for that matter, any such sort of achievement, one has to analyze. Otherwise, what will happen? The same thought of having done something in life, that will create all the problem. The thought of doing something great in life, clearly. So any activity anybody has done earlier, it is just nothing, almost nothing. I have to understand. So when my understanding is broad, the smallness will slowly go away. The bigger picture of the Lord, you can imagine. It will not strike the human being unless he is in the right direction. It will not strike. Bigger picture. See, these days they call it Milky Way. Milky Way. There are many uh, galaxies, solar systems. All these stars are suns. You can understand the nature of the Lord's manifest form, infinite universe. And what is your place in that universe with respect to the body? It is negligent. It is nothing. In fact, the whole world is nothing. And leave alone the whole world. In the scripture, it has been said, the whole universe I have kept in just one corner of the universe. One corner. It is not even, you can say, not even a speck. Entire universe, the scripture says. All talk of your ocean and the, and the earth, etc. It is nothing, simply nothing. You can understand the huge fireball that is there in the sky, huge fireball. It is staying there. We call it sun. Hmm. And we understand the role played by the sun. We are drowned in our own, the wrong thinking that we don't have time for all these things. Things are there, and it is evident to the people who know, but almost nobody pays attention to this because they see the life is like this alone. Life is like this. You come and you die, you live for some time, and within that, if somebody praises you are great, it's just like praising a dead body. You are great, well, some great person he has passed away. So you give some very fragrant flowers, etc., like garland you put the dead body. So it's meaningless, simply meaningless. Nothing wrong in following a culture, it's okay. But how does it matter? How do you think? Why should you think that somebody is great? Why should you think? You just tell me. Because you don't know something greater, therefore you call him great. You don't know there is something greater than this. So it is the level of thinking that matters. What is great, it differs from person to person. The choice in life differ from person to person. Greatest, if you don't know, you can never become happy. You need to know the greatest. And the meaning of greatest is the word given in the scripture, Sanskrit scripture, Veda, it is given Brahma, the word is given Brahma. The word is Brahma. The meaning of Brahma is biggest. not biggest. Biggest is the meaning. Hmm. So you can understand what is the biggest. Biggest means bigger than space. Understand that very clearly. Bigger than space should be the biggest. And space means minus any manifest form in the universe. Any manifest form. Star, moon, sun, etc. So, and it is written there in the scripture in Bhagavad Gita, written by Bhagavan Vyasa. Vyasa has written. So, the person who was hearing this, so he was trembling in fear. He was trembling. Simply understanding this, he was trembling. Entire universe in some corner, leave alone your achievements. So, your happiness depends upon your understanding, not your activities. The body is such, very irrespective of that, we need to try to become happy. Okay. So, you are existing by yourself. You do not need anybody else to come into being. I said no. My parents brought me here. No, that is relative statement. Parents are medium. You already exist in some other form. So they become medium bring you to this earth. But when you were before there, hmm, before birth you are there, that means what? You have to understand this. These are not your actually real parents. No need of parents actually. No need of parents. Essentially. So don't dismiss the relative reality. Parents are parents, okay. But you have to understand the nature of the body, nature of the mind. Mm. So all these things have got to be very thoroughly analyzed, and then only a person can reach to the last thing. Last thing is oneself. Here in this verse it has been said, you are self-effulgent being, self-effulgent being, minus your mind, where there is no mind also, but you are there. And from you alone comes this mind. See, from you alone comes the mind. Or you can say, you alone appear like the mind. Suppose I am water. I am appearing like wave, I can say. I am appearing like small wave. I am appearing like big wave. See what you can say. Similarly, I can say I appear like this body. I appear like this mind. I appear like the sense organs. I appear like sun, moon. I appear like the ocean. I appear like the entire universe. That's the real. You are the biggest. Everything is biggest, except because there's nothing. So your understanding has got to be shifted. That's it. Nothing else. Things are there as it is, but you have to understand. Like for example, this is a house. They call it a house. Otherwise, it is an assembly of things that are available in the world. That's it. That's it. Nothing more. They call it a house. They give it a name house, but I have to analyze what's the meaning of house. House means assembly of certain things. That's it. Shirt, pant, everything for that matter, everything. Language also you can say assembly of certain type of sounds. Yes, I am going there. I'm coming from this place. All these things, statements. Hmm. So you are the source of the entire universe. You are existing by yourself, and you are not affected by the nature of the body. You are body near you. You are not affected by the mind, whatever you have. So who will understand mind alone? So the teaching is for the mind, not for the consciousness, nor neither for the consciousness nor for the physical body. Teaching is for the mind. The person is to understand. I am here, definitely. So the mind is functioning. I means the mind. Mind is functioning. So I am having this type of knowledge. That's fine. But I am not very happy because of this, neither I am sad because of it. So your nose is like this. Fine, let it be like this. What's wrong in that? This is how it has come into being. So you are not affected by the nature of the body, nature of the mind, your knowledge, your ignorance. You are so not getting affected. It is your job. how you shouldn't get affected. You have to analyze. Suppose my grandfather didn't know anything. How does it matter? He doesn't exist now. How does it matter? He knew a few things. There is none who doesn't know anything. So they know something. How many things should you know so that you will be happy? This is the analysis. How many things should you know? No need. Yes, I know definitely certain things, but that doesn't mean if I don't know something, I will be unhappy. If I don't know something, I will be unhappy means what? I will never become happy in life. So I'm happy with whatever I know, and I'm equally happy with whatever I do not know. And with respect to anybody else in this world, whatever is your physical real. When I am 100% happy with each and every body in this world, what will be my mind? You can understand. I am 100% happy with each and every body in this world. If you are not happy, nothing is going to change. So better you try to become happy. I am 100% happy with each and everybody in this world, each and every dacoit, each and every smuggler in this terrorist. I am equally happy. Why? Because Lord wants these people to be there like that. To create only goat, cow, the duck, etc. You know, the Lord has to create crocodile, lion, tiger. These things are also there. Mosquito, that included mosquito, fly. These things are there. So if I, as long as I keep thinking, it should happen like this, it should happen like this, you keep doing, should never happens. So better as it is unfolding, it is better to know this is how the Lord wants, the unseen factor wants. Lord means the unseen factor. What you understand. Just let me give an example. Today, there will be so many children born in this earth. There will be that will be born will be born on this earth. Okay, who will be there? Whatever the Lord decides, female child or a male child, whatever it is, all over inside the forest or inside the city, doesn't matter. So, who will remain where? Who will have what type of knowledge? Who will have relationship with which person related to a few people? It is all predestined. That has to be understood. That understanding keeps you cool. Who will be a scientist? Everybody is a scientist. Do you know? Everybody has got the brain to bring about some change. That is called science. Analysis of the things that are available in the world. That is science. In the universe, let's say. Analysis of things in the universe, that is called science. Anybody can do that. Some little bit of science everybody knows. That is the beauty of the creation. Lord's made this system. You can analyze and do something out of something. All the vegetables that we eat, variety of dish we prepare, it's all science, cooking science, we can say. Anything is science. So you are not fascinated by things that are happening. That is very important idea. You get fascinated. Every human being gets fascinated by the contemporary society. Every human being. And everybody suffers. How do you think that this is the best thing to do? This is the best thing to wear. This is a great thing, etc. Jewel, they have given the name. See, jewel, jewels, and then jewelry. Then gems are there. So, diamond, gold. How does it help you, dear? Any human being, useful. All these things are useful for you. Does anybody eat all these things? Even then, people suffer because of these things. Why? Not because of these things. Misunderstanding. Why should you think that these are very important things? Hmm. You think what is important, you miss. What was not important, you give importance. What can you do? So you better give importance to the reality. Importance should be given to the Lord's wish. Lord's wish, there is nothing wrong in using gold or diamond, etc. Nothing wrong, but it doesn't make me happy that I should know. It is there, it's the manifest form of the Lord, or the Lord has created, nothing wrong in that. But these are beautiful stuffs. And if these things are there, I don't have any problem. This is your problem. Who should be near you so that you will not have any problem? Nothing exists like that. Nobody in this world can save you. Which object should be near you so that you will not have any problem? There is nothing in this creation, entire creation, nothing. That's understanding should be there. So, with respect to the body, the prescribed changes will happen, and I'm ready for all the changes. If you are practicing this, here you have to practice daily, and here practice begins with prayer. You cannot practice without. You will go mad, I tell you. You need to pray to get the strength to understand this thing. So, something I was not, and now I have become like this. It is not like that. I was like this earlier, but I didn't know. Hmm. I didn't know that I belong to the world. I was thinking that I belong to this family. I used to think entire life I thought I belong to this family. But I know I belong to the world. And in fact, everybody belongs to the world. So it is a revelation to you. Why there is a revelation? Unseen factor. Why we are studying these things there? There are so many people, they will be sleeping now. There are so many people, they will be drinking, merrymaking, they call it. Enjoy your life. How do you enjoy? Stomach pain is there. How do you enjoy? It's impossible, I tell you. Enjoy your life, it is meaningless. Understand and keep cool, keep your cool. That's the right statement. And understand things clearly and keep your cool. Any sort of enjoyment people talk about, when there is a problem, the enjoyment is gone. It turns into tragedy. They suffer. So why should you suffer? Why should you enjoy and invite suffering? So confusion. People don't know. Without doing anything, one can be happy. In fact, you don't do anything when you go to when you're in deep sleep. When you are in deep sleep, you don't do anything, but you are the happiest person. Anybody sleeping and getting up after getting up never says, I was very unhappy sleeping. Nobody says. Means what? You give up everything and you are the happiest person. Knowingly you are not giving up there. It happens. You don't possess anything, you don't own anything in deep sleep, you are the happiest person. While in the waking state, you can understand this. I don't own anything. You will be the same happiest person, I tell you. That's what the scripture says. While you are awake, you can understand you don't own anything. Nobody owns anything in this world. The owning is a mistake. For the sake of transaction, well, acceptable. But nobody owns the earth. Nobody owns, I have got so much of fire, I have got so much of air, I have got so much of. Nobody says like that. Hmm. So, even then, this miserable human being wants to have something. It's something something should belong to him. At least something. It's not a miserable human being. So, you give up the entire universe and yourself also. He says here. The verse says here, just like you give up some filth, you're not attracted toward the filth, some dirty stuffs, you're not attracted towards that. You give up that, throw that away. Similarly, dismiss what I mean, negate the entire universe, negate yourself also. In yourself with the body and mind, negate. This is the reality. Whether you understand or not, this is the reality. Anybody for that you see somebody who is doing a great job. Somebody is doing a great job. Don't you understand that this person, whatever great job he does, he's not going to exist after some time. Is it not the reality? Relative reality, I mean. Whoever does whatever, nobody is going to stay here. So why do you get fascinated seeing someone? Because you don't understand this. You think that he is big. How can he be big? You think that this wave is a very big wave. Okay, but it's not going to stay. That you should know. It doesn't strike to the people. So whatever anybody does, the system is not going to keep him here. Whatever anybody does, doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you are bound to uh, cease to exist. A time will come. You are bound to cease to exist in this form. I mean, so before that auspicious moment comes, I should quit, not committing suicide. I should quit in the sense this doesn't belong to me. Very simple. This body. I was thinking this. I am maintaining this body. Now I discover that the unseen factor, the Lord is maintaining this body. The Lord is maintaining this body. So I become an instrument in the hands of the Lord. I'm an instrument in doing certain things. I'm an instrument in seeing, hearing, tasting, etc. I'm an instrument. I'm not the authority. You don't become the authority, you don't suffer. Once you become the authority, you will have the sense of false responsibility and you will cry. It is not liberation is not just doing something and something. No, you have to understand everything clearly. What can be done, what cannot be done. What can be done is the wish of the Lord. What cannot be done also is the equally the wish of the Lord, and both are nice. Both have got to be nice for you. Uh, Knowledges are there, varieties of knowledges are there. But if you have the knowledge, you can use that knowledge. But you don't have, suppose you don't have the knowledge, you cannot use. Similarly, subject matter is there. Do you try to understand this? If you are trying, a time will come, maybe, if the Lord so wishes, you'll know it. Suppose you don't want to know, you'll remain ignorant definitely. So, the body has got to be negated, not dismissed. Body has got to be negated. Negated means wave exists definitely. There is a big wave somewhere, but both the waves cannot exist without water. Their understanding should be very clear. Water is most important thing. Waves are fine, okay. Waves are fine. Similarly, bodies are not going to exist all the time. Bodies will come to an end. But the source of the body, the consciousness, which is I am going to continue to exist. So that owning, who will do this? Mind. It's not that hand is going to think about it or the leg is going to think about it. It's the mind. Or I can say. I have to think. I will exist. I will exist means the consciousness will exist in the absence of the body and mind. And I am that consciousness. Owning up, I am that consciousness. But I look like a few knowledges which is called mind. A few knowledges, mind means what? Some knowledges, some experience is there, some experience of the world. So I am ocean, but I look like wave. I am infinity, but I look like having a small little body. And activities will be in keeping with the nature of the body and the mind and the sense organs. This expression will not be there. A person may be blind, but he may not be unhappy because he knows that blindness belongs to the eyes, not to the consciousness. Neither it belongs to the mind. So, this sort of subject matter, a person has to expose oneself for some time, till the person understands. So, one organ has to function for some time, and that is your organ of hearing. That is ear. Ear has to function. It should be functioning. Otherwise, you have to listen to this, no? So, nature of the Lord, nature of this inert objects, nature of the living beings, everything you understand, and you can find out why it is like this. Why are the leaves of the rose plant is like this? Why the leaves of the mango tree is like this? Why the leaves of any other plant is like this? Multicolored. There are leaves, multicolored leaves are there. Varieties of stuffs. Beautiful. Just like see the peacock, the feather, see the peacock. Beautiful. But hey, every beauty comes from the earth. Entire peacock will become earth. See? It will become earth. All the colors are gone. That's the beauty of the Lord. What's wrong in that? The peacock, it's a manifest form of the Lord. Or the Lord wanted this peacock to be like this, but Lord doesn't want it to exist here, stay here forever. Why? Because there is a system, nothing wrong. If the peacock was not there, what is the loss to the earth? Nothing. That understanding should be there. Somebody is here means he will continue to be here. That's not the reality. Yes, now he is here. And why is here? Because he is desired by the Lord. That's it. Why this particular peacock is here? That understanding should be very strong. So whoever is here in this world, anywhere, any living organism, any living substance, the Lord wants things to be like that. You can understand things. We call by variety of names, but inert object. We call this gold, silver, clay, stone, variety of things we call. But it's all the manifest form of the Lord, inert objects. So the hunger, thirst, understand hunger, thirst, it is beautiful system of the Lord. Why do you eat? Because the Lord wants you to eat. Eat. Therefore, a system has been given. Uh, a gate has been given. From there, you have to insert certain things. It will go inside. You don't see where it is, but it is there and it creating energy in this body. Food is condensed form of energy. It is producing energy in this body. That's why I'm talking, you are hearing, and you are working, etc., doing variety of things. So, so how do you have food then? It is fuel. It is fuel actually. Just like the petrol to the bike or car. Similarly, the diesel for this body, petrol to this body is this food. It will produce energy. Then you will see your thing and fighting also. You cannot fight without having strength, and strength comes from food. Food directly doesn't turn into strength. It has to go through certain system. It has to go to the stomach. Then only it will turn into strength. So energy. So the system you have to understand thoroughly. Any any system in this universe, it is fine, but nothing big. That also you have to understand. Any system is fine. All the knowledges are there, but nothing big, including medical science. It's nothing. Whatever is the nature of the body within certain limitations, you will discover certain things. So, but truth is never affected by whatever changes brought about in this universe, by the whether it is by the human beings or by nature itself. Any change doesn't bring about change in this truth. That understanding should be very clear. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om.